Okay, manpower. Fully reinforce. Okay, let's do that. That'll limit my manpower loss. Okay, just as the city of Cusco was in need of being reshaped in order to fit the wider ambition of the Cusco kingdom, Pachacuti is now in need of a stately estate to match the importance of his person and his lineage. On a mountain completely surrounded by the Urubamba River, I have planned the city of Machu Picchu, a royal retreat for his court and his panaca, and a beautiful place for a ruler of his magnitude to reside in. Lose 50 admin power. Good grief, this stuff is expensive. Lose 3.5 ducats, that's no big deal. But I get the year legitimacy until the end of the game of 0.5, or gain a stability. Ooh. Yeah, we'll do that. So, our military power is running away because I have nothing to spend my military power on. But I'm overspending in every other area right now. But we have now expanded by 4 territories. We have occupied one of the provinces we need to form the Incan nation. In fact, we do not have to expand any further south to form the Incan nation. Everything else is to our north. We still need to take Huancavelica and Huanaco and Cajamarca, and probably Chanchan would be the last one that we need. It's either Chanchan or Quito. So Chanchan is the one that makes the most sense at the moment based on distances. But we still have to recover from those previous wars, so I'm not worried about expanding any further yet. I still need to reinforce by 500 men before I start actually recovering manpower. Oh, great. 2 factions, the military, very close to break into a civil war. Hey, I just said I don't have anything to spend military power on. Guess what? I get an event that's going to force it on me. 10 years. Okay, we're going to go attack or defense. Morale and defense, or discipline and force limit. We'll go with the force limit modifier bonus. It's going to take us 6 months just start accruing manpower. Now's a good time to check and see if I have a leader that will help me military-wise. Discipline, fort defense, morale of armies. I do not have a military leader that is going to help me. So let's take a look at the Diplo leader. Spy offense or better relations over time. We're going to go ahead and take him. We can go ahead and lower our maintenance. So we're still making income, and we'll make more income once these cores are done as well. We're a quarter of the way through coring. And we got a gold province in here as well, so once that's cored, that'll be productive. Cloth, wool, grain, and gold. And yep, provincial unrest is up. That is fine, although I do have to watch these rebel faction growing. Hey, we're actually accruing manpower again. Very slowly. We're gaining 100 a month and reinforcing our depleted unit by only 20 a month. So that's actually putting 80 a month into our manpower pool. So right now, the only thing preventing a peasant war outbreak is my stability staying positive, or staying 0 or better. That's actually scary. Because any random event reducing my stability is going to kill me. I'm not willing to spend points on boosting stability, I don't think. What's my how much would it cost? 117. Yeah, I'm not willing to spend that much power yet. So I just have to pray that nothing happens at this point. I don't have enough gold reserves to hire a bunch of mercenaries even. Once the core construction is done, that'll help things drastically. And I need to reach 3,000 manpower to get one more preventative measure in from that Peasants' War outbreak. Guess one thing I could do. This might help a little bit. That way the full 100 a month goes into my manpower reserves rather than splitting some of it off for reinforcements. Still going to take 26 months to reach the manpower reserve that I need to for safety. So I'm kind of gritting my teeth at this moment. Okay, so we've expanded by a total of 4 territories here. We cannot afford to go to any get involved in any more wars right now. Our war exhaustion's dropping nicely, which will help things. It'll help the unrest among other things. Unrest is down below 8, and it's all the occupied territories right now as well. As long as the rebel factions stay at 40% or lower, I'm fairly comfortable. I wonder if I'm within range of this trade node now. Oh, I probably need to core it first. Current range 150, max range 100. Once I finish coring, I think I'll be in range to be able to actually send a second merchant out. That'll be useful as well. I'm still gaining gold at 1.5 a month. I could actually afford another leader or advisor. If I had a decent military advisor, I'd take him. For the moment, I'm just going to accrue the gold until I get things sorted out here. In the meantime, appears to be doing okay in their war. Although they're vastly outnumbered, I'm sure. They're up against four countries, and they're all by themselves as well. It's like they're trying to occupy Huancavelica. Okay, we've almost got 1,000 manpower reserves again. Coring is 75% now for 2 of the 3. That will help things drastically as well. And there's our rebel uprising flag. It's at 50%. I can hold off on it for a little bit still. And yeah, Lima is about ready to lose their war. So that's a rather strong alliance up there I'm going to be facing. I'm going to have to do something about that. They're facing Huila, Quito, Chacapoya, and Huanca. Now, Huanca is a single territory, but Huila is a 3-province territory, Chacapoya's 2 provinces, and Quito's 4 provinces up there. I wonder if I should ally Chimu. Chimu's staying neutral in those wars. Oh, wow, Lima actually won. We can't conquer Huanca because Huanca no longer exists. Wow, impressive. They won that war. Now I should be able to, let's do the easy, insult Julia. Get the easy admin power or military power there. Okay, create an army, claim our rival's province, Juarez. That's this one up here. Or save the Quechua people in Huancavelica. That is... Oh, that one. Well, I don't think I'm allied with them any longer since I failed to go to their aid in the war. So that should be fine. I get an immediate claim on it. Who are they allied with? They have no allies. So once my manpower recovers, I should be able to take care of that. But I still need to wait for my manpower to recover. And the peasants just dropped from 50% to 40%. So the rebel faction's going away as the provincial unrest drops, I think. Primarily because the unrest dropping. So that gives me an easy route to take that, which will be the second of the 5 I need to form the Incan nation. And core construction is very nearly complete in all 3. I still have a 4th one to do. Once I complete Macaya, I can actually start coring Truquibo. That's an expensive one, 80 power to do that. Okay, that should improve my income and my manpower 11.6. Well, that didn't do much to my manpower. I might have to wait for the end of the month to see. Construction of a temple. Didn't we already have this event? The people of the province are divided. Yeah. Gain 5 authority, lose 60 ducats. Wow, that's all of my money. But we get a temple. So that's useful. 4 tech levels earlier than I can actually purchase it, which gives a tax income boost. Took all my money. Oh well. Once the core of Puno is complete, I should have a better income there from the gold. I haven't gotten a tax. Oh, there we go. Tax income 1.25, 1.97. And there is Puno. Okay. Yeah, we're up to almost 2 a month in income now. And this should push it over. Oh, no, almost 2 a month. 1.93. Finishing the core here will do it. And are we in range of the trade nodes yet? Nope, still a little out of range. 124 range, and we're at max range of 100. Again, once I complete the core, that is easily within range, and we'll be able to place our second merchant, which will also help our income. Up to 1,500 manpower. Half what I need for safety. We're getting 103 a month now. I need to get up to at least 6,000 manpower before I even consider another war. Rebel factions, Cuscan peasants are going down, but Colian nationalists are going up. Unrest is down below 6 across the board, which is good. And we are now 8 years into the game. Once unrest is gone, or near gone, Hey, you can't do that, Lima. I'm going to reduce the autonomy in these territories as well. Do it there. That bumped it up tremendously. But that should improve my income, I think, as well. I have to watch that unrest, however. 50% on the Colin nationalists. I'm going to end up spending some military power here in the near future to put the rebels down, I think. Okay, yeah, we're over 2 a month income now. And that's with an advisor hired too. We're up to 104 a month in our manpower recovery. I forget what our don't we have a bonus there? Land force limit modifier. No, that's what it is. It's land force limit modifier and idea cost bonus. Of course, idea costs we don't have to worry about anytime soon. We've probably got at least 30 years before we can get to Tech 4 and admin and get the our first idea group. At least that much. We're 10 years in and we only have half the admin power we need for our first tech level. 8 years in, I should say. So extrapolate that, multiply by 5, yeah, 40 years before we get our first idea group at this rate. And that's, of course, assuming we don't lose a leader with the high admin. Our heir, obviously, is got the same admin rating at 536. He's only 1 point lower than the king, which is good, and he actually is halfway to being of age to actually claim the throne should we lose our king prematurely. So I'm a little bit more inclined to use the leader as a general if I get into a pinch. I still need 40 months before I have a manpower sufficient to consider going to getting involved in another war. How many allies do I have? 3? I think it's time to ally Shimu. Oh, at times when peasants experienced harsh subjugation, some of them would turn against their landlords, demanding better treatment and condition. Lose 10 legitimacy or lose 25 administrative power. I don't want to lose more administrative power. These things happen. Lose legitimacy. Okay, so we now have an alliance with Shimu, who ultimately is going to be our biggest rival for forming Inca, I think, but for the time being, I need the strength of that alliance. He's got a fairly significant army. I certainly don't want to get drawn into a war against him. Okay, Cuscan peasants are back up to 40%, so our unrest. Of course, we just did the Quito broke their alliance with us. Okay, that's fine. They're at the north end of the continent. I'm not so worried about them. Just reduced the autonomy in Georgia, which is why the unrest there is so high, 13.8. Core construction 66% complete, 2/3 of the way through. We're still in danger of a peasant war if we get a negative stability event, at least for another few months, 5, probably 8 months, and we'll be out from under the shadow of that threat. And our nationalists are up to 60%. The rebel factions are gaining power at a tremendous speed all of a sudden. rest 13.8, 5.8, 5.8, 5.8. What are the cultures down here? Okay, accepted cultures. That's good. So don't have to worry about cultural conversions yet. 3/4 of the way through our core construction. And I need 3,150 roughly. So that's 5 months for us to get out from under the threat of the Peasants' War. Chief conspiring against Pakachuti Hunan. This is what I'm afraid of here. Lose 5 authority. I can't afford a revolt. We've gotten a lot of positive authorities. We're going to go ahead and take the negative authority this time, and this time only. I still haven't figured out where the authority display might be. If it's something they missed, or... Yeah, there's somebody asking the question anyway. But nobody's answered it yet that I can see. %. Yeah, I don't think anybody's answered the question on where you see your authority here in the religion. So I'll have to keep an eye on that thread and see if anybody ever does answer it. It's not the last page of the questions and answers thread. We're getting close. 1 more month and we should be out of the threat of the Peasants' War. And we've got our core completion done. Come on, give me that last month's worth of manpower. Okay, we're out of the immediate threat of the Peasants' War anyway. Okay, let's see, we should be able to get another merchant placed now. Very good. That'll help our income up, obviously. 2 1/4 a month now. Could I actually afford another advisor? But I think I'm going to hold off and save money for some mercenaries. Okay, what do we need? We need like 1,600, 1,400, almost 1,500 for our tech. So we're close to our first military attack, relatively speaking, 75% of the way roughly for our first military attack. We're less than half for Tiplo and admin because of all the costs we've had. Wow. Oh, I'm not on the last page. I was going to say that thread's growing exponentially. 693 pages in this thread. Okay, I'm not going to hire any more troops until I'm at about 5,000 manpower. Oh, you know what? Oh, I've already got my reduced maintenance. Never mind. I'm not going to reduce my maintenance any further. Okay, so we have a claim on Lima, Ichma, which will also complete the second step, or the second conquest we need for forming the Incan nation. Unrest is down to 12-5, 4-5, 4-5, 4-5, but our rebel factions are 60 and 60. I think I can reduce autonomy without gaining enough unrest to matter. So that'll help just a little bit more. Okay, what do I do with my diplo? Oh wow, Lima! Look at Lima go! Oh my, Lima single-handedly fought off 4 nations. What the heck does he have for a general? 131. That's not that much of a general. My God. I was unable to fight off fewer nations with more men than he fought off single-handedly. I wonder if he's got like some sort of military tradition or something like that. What gives him discipline or morale or what? I can't see what. Production efficiency and fort defense. That's his ideas. Or his traditions, I mean. How the hell did he manage to fight off 4 different countries single-handedly? He had no allies other than me, and I refused to go to war in his defense. Wow, that's impressive, I have to say. That is very impressive. Okay, manpower is at 4,000, 1/3 of max, less than 1/3 of max. Diplomats, I should, let's make friends with these guys down here. I think I'm maxed out on my, no, I still can get one more alliance. So I might actually ally them, because I have rivals with Pacajes. So that'll give me 2 allies against these guys if I decide to make a move in this direction. I don't have to form the Incan nation, but at some point I might. There's another gold province, 2 gold provinces down there. In addition to the Incan, the Sun God achievement, there's another achievement that I might be able to grab on this run. If I can find it again. Something about owning like 11 gold provinces or something like that. So I might try to do that one as well, since there's plenty of gold to be had down here. I can't find it now. It's one of the earlier, a pile of gold, own 10 provinces which produce gold. So I might be able to do that as well. We already own we own 2 right now. We're going to grab this one as part of the forming the Incan nation. That'll be 3. There's 2 more here owned by a rival. Oh wait, that's not gold, is it? That's copper. There's 1 more here owned by a rival anyway, so that would be 4. There's another one down here, 2 down here, 5, 6. So there's plenty of gold in the immediate vicinity. Plus all of these unexplored territories. Can't wait to get expansion ideas and start colonizing. Oh, that's right. Quito broke their alliance with us. That's why we have an alliance free. Rebel factions are growing. I need to do something about that. Unrest is down to 11.8, 3.8, 3.8. 50 military power. We can afford it for now. 50 and 50. By the time they become a threat again, I should be able to build up my army, and certainly should have the money to hire mercenaries as well. Gaining 2.5 a month, 30 a year. That'll be useful. Trade income 0.5. Now, one thing that I read in the patch notes is, despite being able to get carracks at level 3, galleys at level 2, light ship sparks at level 2, I don't think I'm able to build a navy being part of the tech group that I'm in. I'm not sure if I've read that right or what, but that's going to be a bit painful if that's true. I don't know, maybe the Andean tech group isn't in. I think it said any tech costs at 100% of extra monarch points or greater are unable to build a navy, which means I will not be able to build a navy at all until I westernize, if I read that correctly. That's going to be awfully painful. And I don't see how you'd be able to complete the Sunset Invasion achievement or whatever it is. Merchants have picked up a few new concepts when it comes to handling trade. When they encountered some foreign merchants, they think that with some investments to try it out, it might be beneficial in the long run. Gain half in inflation, but 50 power, or gain 10 power. We'll take the 50 power. I can afford half a point of inflation, I'm sure. That'll put it right back up with the admin power. Still need 400 military power, gaining 108 a year. 9 times 12, 108 a year, so we're still quite a ways away. 58 May, so yeah, just under 4 years before we get our first power bonus, and I'm pretty sure we're well beyond anybody else. Nobody has a leader. 212, 111 leader, 111 leader, 111 leader. So we should be well head and shoulders above anybody else as far as the tech gain goes. The world can sometimes be an unforgiving place, and fate may turn in surprising ways. Luckily, we have the Waka gods of our people to help us interpret what the future holds. Should the future be too hard for the Wakas to penetrate, there are other oracles. We've had this already. Lose 2.41 or lose 5 prestige. We're going to just take this 25% chance of favorable or 75% chance of conflicted. Conflicted answer. A great number of diviners are attached to any given oracle shrine. The Gwakimekik speak to Wakas while the Ayutpuk communicate with the dead. Yeah. All of these diviners have now dwelt on the questions, and the answer is not as favorable as we hoped. We did gain 5 prestige, though. Truce ended between Pacajes and Cusco. So we can go back to war with Pacajes if we so decide. We're not going to so decide. The nationalists are rising again. Good grief, 70% again. I guess it's time to get a couple more troops hired. We're still at 3.7 unrest. We can afford 51, 41, 31. We can afford 2 troops. No, we'll have to wait 1 month to afford 2 troops, so we'll go ahead and hire 1 right now. Probably keep it at 1, actually. Anything else we do is going to be mercenaries, I think, since we have the gold. But I'm not going to pay the harsh treatment for this the nationalist uprising. We're going to put it down and get rid of it for a while. I'll just end up using mercenaries to do that. Might do the same with the peasants. We'll see. We'll see where my manpower is when the peasants become a real threat again. I should have set a timer on this. I don't know what time I started. Another army. I'm going to let the manpower just accumulate from here again. Any when these nationalists finally rise, it's going to be a couple extra mercs to supplement my army. 3 years from military tech 2, and a lot longer before the other 2 tech 2s. What are we looking at? 1461. So 6 years before we get tech 2 in. Admin and Diplo. Okay, Lima in the meantime still has no alliances. I could actually probably go to war with them for Huancavelica. I wouldn't get any of my allies involved, however, so never mind. Why not? Why won't you join? Attitude toward enemies minus 60, so they have improved relations with them, evidently. I can go to war with Chimu again, although since we're allied, that's not going to happen, I hope. Unrest is down to 3.1. Getting down there. Slowly, ever so slowly, lowering the unrest. 11.1 in the one that we did the autonomy decrease. Still gaining 2.3 a month. Let's go ahead and check the military leaders again. Make sure there's nothing changed. Morale, discipline, fort defense. I need something that increases my manpower recovery. I'm not sure if there is. If I had to hire one, it would be the discipline, I think. 1.1 a month, so something to keep my eye on. Yearly inflation reduction. Oh, that's useful. We already have a small amount of inflation. Primarily due to, what is our gold here? 0.09 from our reliance on gold mines, so we're gaining inflation already, just for that, let alone any war score or anything. 70% on nationalists, 60% on peasants. Still at 3.1. It's not decreasing rapidly enough. Once I get above 6,000 manpower, I'm going to consider hiring more troops, maybe. In the meantime, this guy... Are these guys ready for an alliance? Not yet. They're still 4 points shy of it. Common rivals plus 10. Neutral attitude. Not same religion. Oh, what religion are you guys? Oh, the Royal Guards. The honor to guard the life of king is hereditary and belongs to a number of families in Cusco. This honor is in itself not a guarantee of martial prowess, however. After a tour in the provinces, it is clear that Pachacuti that the quality of the guard could be dramatically improved if we brought in some new blood from the countryside. This would, however, not be well received by the families currently given the privilege, at least not until the new members have been integrated for a few generations. New blood would give me a national unrest penalty until my death of 0.5. 0.5 I can live with. It'll give me a morale boost and discipline boost. That's nice. Or I can gain 5 prestige. I think I want that morale and discipline boost. I'll take the national unrest hit of 0.5. It'll move those unrests up to 3.6. But morale and discipline. Discipline 105. Now. That'll be a huge boost, I think, especially if I hire a discipline advisor as well. Okay, another year. And we'll hit the 6,000 man mark. I'm going to continue to accrue gold. I can rival Lima each month now as well without penalty, which is good because I'm going to be going to war with them here in the near future, I think. I really need one of my allies, ideally. I mean, it's not mandatory, it's a one-on-one fight. But with my manpower the way it is, I wonder what his manpower is. I bet his manpower is somewhat depleted as well. Max manpower is 10,000. He's got 6,000 manpower left in a 5,000 man army. So he's virtually identical to me. I wonder what his gold reserves are. Can he afford as many mercenaries as I can? No. I've got 3 times the gold reserves as him. So if and when I decide to go to war, I've got the advantage there. He does have a decent leader, right? A general, 131 general versus my 410 general. So we're pretty close to equal there. Just about able to get an alliance with the Calchaquis. His rival is Pagajes, these guys here, so we have a common rival. Rebel factions are both up to 80%. Okay, let's pull our diplomat back. Take the royal marriage. Now, one of the rebel factions are going to spawn down here, the Colon Nationalists. I certainly don't want to get the. I'm going to go ahead, bump our maintenance up to max. So I reach 6,000 men. I'll hire another spearman unit. Still making almost to a month even at max maintenance, which is good. Still gaining money. Once I go to any kind of war, I will hire the disciplined military advisor. 90% on the peasants. So with that in mind, since it's the peasants and they're at 90%, we're going to go ahead and get 2 mercenary units started. Nope, and we're at 90% on both of them. I hope my morale recovery finishes soon here. Provincial unrest down to 2.9, 3.2, 3.2. So the provincial unrest is finally starting to clear up here, which is good. I'm going to need that. Okay, let's deal with these peasants when they rise up here. I wonder if I need one more 1,000 spearmen, maybe. I've got 5,800, 5,900. That's close enough to hire one more spearman of my own troops, without causing me too much of a manpower crunch. Even losing 1,000 men in the war against the peasants won't put me below the threshold for the peasants' war. And I can still afford a couple more mercs if need be. The problem is going to be if both uprisings happens simultaneously. That might be a problem. With that in mind, I think we'll go ahead and spend the 50 points and lower the 1. I don't think I want to fight both uprisings at the same time. I'll fight the peasants first. The peasants will be easier. Most of the time they won't have a general of any note, if at all. Okay, so we are set. Come on, peasants. You can rise up at any time now. I'm ready for you. Oh, I was ready for you until I lost my general. Oh no, that was a good general too. Okay, he's a decent general. That allows me to save my leader. I'm not ready to use my leader quite yet. What's my heir's age is only 10. So, once my heir is 12 years or older, then I'm willing to risk my leader. That would give me a maximum of 3 years of Regency Council. Okay, now that I'm all set, the peasants are going to decide they're not going to rise up, aren't they? 3.1, and of course 11.1 for the one that I did the autonomy decrease. Let's go ahead and get some more relationship improvements here. Come on, peasants, rise, rise, revolt. Revolt, I say. Am I crazy? I'm asking for a peasant revolt? I could be. Many long years of peace have caused a disturbing lack of manly virtues in the common man. This could be disastrous since far too many of our recruits turn out to be cowards. Great! Oh, just what I need. Oh, God. I can't afford a 3,000 manpower hit. Can't. This is a 10-year penalty of bad discipline. Oh, God. Well, guess what? I'm going to counteract that. Oh, I can't. The discipline leader is no longer available. Oh, what rotten luck. Well, that puts me back to even discipline. I guess that's not too bad. Damn it. Rotten timing. The peasants still aren't going to uprise. Well, of course not. They're cowards too. We just saw that. I would love to if it wasn't going to trigger a potential peasants' war at the first drop of a stability event. Drop in stability event. I'm not ready to fight a peasants' war. And of course, I had a leader, I had a disciplined leader, and he's gone. Land maintenance modifier might be useful. Let's see. It would cost me 1.1 a month. Save 10% on maintenance. Maintenance is 2.2. So I would save 0.2. Yeah, no, that's not worth it. I'd be paying 0.9 a month in total. Yeah, nope, can't purge them. Can't afford it. As much as I would want to. These peasants are cowards. Let me drop that just to where I'm getting an even 1 a month here. It'll just take me 1 month to recover the morale, which I can afford. Morale's at 1.6 of 2.3 or thereabouts. Oh, I'm back up to almost 6,000 manpower. That's useful. Unrest, still at 3.1, no change there. Once these uprisings go, I think I'm going to trigger the autonomy modifiers on all 3 of these, get the extra income. It'll boost the unrest by 10 points, but they won't be a threat to revolt anytime really soon. Come on! I'm begging for them to rise. And they're not going to. I could also boost my stability, but I'm not going to do that until I get at least Tech 2. I am still, what, a year away or so? 2 years? Oh, I'm still 3 years away. 2.5 years away from Tech 2 in military. That's right, I spent some points on the harsh treatment on the nationalists. I spent 50 more points on the event. So I did lose 100 points. Or almost a full year's worth of military power. Yeah, theoretically, nobody should be Tech 2 anywhere yet, unless they've just had a lot better luck or less bad luck with events. Everybody still looks like they're 111 on tech. So I should still beat everybody to Tech 2 across the board, I think. Okay, I'm sitting here begging for a peasant upheaval, and they're refusing to cooperate. Okay, let me take a very quick break. I need to grab something to drink. I will be back in just a minute. Okay, I'm going to take a minute to put a break in the broadcasts as well so I can upload them in chunks. Broadcast will resume in just a moment.